Woo! Hey. Woo! All right. What's good, boys? What's good? It is your boy Aaron, and welcome back to another banger YouTube video. This is actually the third time that I filmed this, but we are going to just go ahead and just get straight up into it. If you were here in yesterday's video, we talked briefly, very briefly, about why I thought Nubank Holdings NU could continue its 2026 or 2025 growth for that matter into 2026. And in today's video, I just want to just kind of just talk, I guess, a little bit more into depth of why I think it is going to continue its growth. But before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about the chart and what happened today. I don't know if any of you were watching the market, but if you did, you know that SPY and pretty much the entire market, whew, bruh, it just, you see this, it completely collapsed today. Not really completely collapsed, but it's down 2% basically, and it has not done this in quite a while. And if you really go to the overall big chart, and I promise this is not a SPY video, it kind of broke this wedge, and there's no telling where it's going. Trump, impose more tariffs on stuff. I don't know, but are those really going to hold up? Who knows? But with all of that being said, Nubank actually held up pretty freaking well today. In fact, going up about 2.2% with a high of about 3%, maybe 3.2% or something like that. And again, if you were in yesterday's video, I kind of said that this would maybe respect the bottom of this channel here and continue to go up. Now, this is a doji candle. If you know anything about them, it's a decision candle, and you just never know which way it is going to go. And really, let me go ahead and stop what I'm saying. No one knows what any of this is going to do. So please just don't take every single thing that I'm saying with like, oh yeah, this guy, he knows what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but sort of do kind of know what I'm doing. And yeah, so yesterday I said that this would probably respect the bottom of this channel it is in, and it did, going up today, and it's kind of rocking, man. It's kind of rocking. Is looking pretty good. The hourly chart is cooking up nicely. It's looking pretty good. Everything with this is looking just beautiful, just so beautiful. But that's really kind of it for the chart today. Like I said, respected everything, and it is trucking on up. And I don't really think that this minor rejection here is of any significance. I think we just kind of continue up to the top of this and potentially just go back down, because it is in a channel, and that's usually what it does in a channel. It tends to respect it, or it could go here, go up a little bit, consolidate, tap down, and then go back up again. Who knows? But that is not the point of this video. The point of this video is all of this. We are going to go ahead and just get into these charts that I was talking about yesterday that I just never had pulled up. But just jumping straight into this. This is Nubank revenue 2016 to 2024. And unfortunately, it doesn't have 2025 on there, but I assume this next earnings, it may have it, or the next earnings, it may have it. Which, speaking of, the next earnings is Wednesday, February 25th, and you can best believe we are absolutely going to be covering that. Probably not going to be able to do a live, unfortunately, depending on the time. Yeah, really depending on the time, because I have work, and if obviously I can't do that. But going back to this, revenue has grown and grown and grown so much over the course, starting at 45 million to 11 billion in 2024. And again, we will figure out what the 2025 is after everything is said and done. The net income slash loss, this kinda worried me a little bit, but as we can see here, we are slowly working our way out of this, and in 2023, in fact, worked our way into some profitability. Say that 3 times fast. Profitability, and just kind of steady rocking up. Now, again, there's no telling, but as from what we've seen and what I'm about to show you with the users, this thing is continuing to grow. Maybe not as fast, maybe because it's been in Brazil first, and it is also in three countries: Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. Brazil first, obviously, and the other two a little bit later, but it is growing at a pretty significant rate every single year, year over year, starting at 1.3 million users, and it is now because I say 2025 again, the year is over, but we still have to figure out what the quarters are. But so far 114 million users, which is great. Which is great because that, I mean, that's a lot of people. Like, imagine millions of people. Imagine 115 million people. That's a lot. Purchase volume, truly, I don't understand what that is, and I don't think I'm really gonna be getting that much into it because, again, I don't have to. Well, Aaron, shouldn't you know a little bit about everything? Timmy, we talked about this yesterday, man. Another one that I kind of thought was very interesting really were these two. This one kind of maybe scares me a little bit. This one here definitely is interesting. Customer deposits, basically, you know what that means, just depositing money into the bank. Is 9.7 billion in 2021 to 20.7 billion in 2024. So what is that? That is 11 billion in 4 years. I don't know. You do the math, y'all. You do the math. The bank's valuation, I say bank because it is a bank. It is a fintech, so they don't have a physical branch, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think they actually applied for a physical branch in Brazil or something like that. I don't know, because the article said Brazil is changing its laws. Obviously, they're gonna have to accommodate to those laws. So if they have a physical branch, I mean, who really cares? This thing's still rocking. But its valuation has seemed to sort of maybe stalled a little bit in 2025, down to 42 billion from a 72 billion in 2024. Maybe that is because it has yet to kind of, I guess, explode in the other two countries, Mexico and Colombia. But who knows? Who knows? Who really, again, like, who truly knows any of this? Revenue by app, as you can see, Nubank is absolutely killing it. Cash App, Chime, ones you may know, SoFi. Like I said, I mean, I like SoFi. I like the chart, at least. I don't have a SoFi account, but I think I know a few people who do have it. Acorns, we've heard about that forever. So reputable names, Nubank is absolutely crushing it. And I just truly want to, I guess, emphasize the absolute importance of the three countries. It's only in three, and it's getting these insane evaluations. I think, I mean, $40 billion, $72 billion, and it's got 100 and some odd million customers. Really, only if you think about all the other banks in the world who probably have millions upon millions upon millions, maybe billions even. Who knows? The world's constantly growing, but man, man. The chart absolutely, like I said, is showing this. Look at this. 1.3. When did this get listed? I think back in 2022, right? Oh, 2021. Perfect. Back when this started coming in. Interesting, interesting. So back in 2021, she got listed. Obviously, had to sell off a little bit, and then she has just been growing since. And if you look at the numbers, they have been growing since it got listed in 2021. Boom, growing, growing. Let's go, growing, growing. Sorta growing, and then kind of died off a little bit. But I mean, y'all, that's the numbers speak for themselves. They really, really do. Nubank quickly drew a large community of unbanked customers. Because, most people don't really want a physical bank. I don't know why. Everything's going digital now. So why would you actually want to go into a physical bank? Another thing that I wanted to show you guys is Nubank has applied for a national or U.S. national banking charter back in September of 2025, which I don't even have to explain it, but I'm going to explain it, but I don't even have to. If this gets into the US, do you realize how insane that would be? First of all, there's tons of people who don't actually have banks that I know personally, and that you probably know watching at home, that don't have a bank that probably would want something like SoFi or Nubank. Just, y'all, if it gets into the US, that not only opens the door for millions of new customers, it also opens the door for new countries. They see, oh man, this is in the US. Because, come on, let's be for real. The US, I'm not trying to say it's like the greatest in the world, because I truly don't believe that, but the US, you know, gets in the US, it's going to open the door for other countries. Man, man, the sky's the limit. I'm pretty sure I read a few places that in 2028, it's got several different analysis, all ranging from $30 to $70, and the current price is just $16. Man, man, that is insane. And the last thing that I truly do want to talk about, because I'm tired and I've recorded this video 3 freaking times already. So really the next one, and it's going to be about Nubank, is going to be a lot better because I'm going to make sure I record and I'm going to make sure I don't screw up any of the talking. But portfolio here. I started a interactive brokers account, and right now I currently have $40.20. That is the market valuation, is what this thing says, and I have 2.36 shares. In the last video, I stated that I wanted to start a little challenge of just buying up as much as I could, even if it was $1, even if it was $5, $10, so on and so forth, each week, or as much as I could, and I was just gonna see how much we had at the end of the year. And currently, like I said, I got 2.36 shares, and then I have another $20 on hold for whatever reason, waiting to come in, and then I will buy some more and just kind of keep it going. Hopefully in the future, Nubank offers some dividends. That would be kind of insane, actually. I would love that. And then, yeah, that is today's video. If this has not convinced you, man, I don't know what will. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't recommend just taking my word for it. I absolutely recommend doing your own market analysis and your own due diligence to fully decide if this is something you want to invest in, because at the end of the day, it is your hard-earned money. But with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing. I don't care if you do. I don't care if you don't. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.